Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Nick from the 4554 podcast, and you are tuned into a new episode of Merch. Well, no, actually, 45 Live. Forgetting my own show today. I got merch on the brain all day, man. This is crazy. And I've got a very special guest today, Mr. Curtis Blackmore of Merch Titans. What's going on, Curtis?
Hey, not much, man. It's good to be on. I'm happy to be here.
Man, I'm glad to have you. Listen, I've been, the last, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks, the merch community has been buzzing with all of the different tools and everything that comes out. And everybody's all, oh, who can we trust? And who can we this? And who can we that? And I remember just a couple of weeks back, I told you, I was like, hey, I'm going to sit with Merch Titans for a while and just kind of see, then I want to bring you in and talk to you about it. And I appreciate you because I think the biggest thing in the merch community right now that everybody's looking for is transparency. And I remember when I first got wind of Merch Titans and yourself was when you were on the Merch Lifestyle podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And what stuck out to me the most is you were very transparent about the platform, transparent about your intentions. So I was like, okay, this is somebody that I definitely want to bring in, and I definitely want to, give the chance to talk about what you've got going on. So I don't do the whole, your sales for the last 7 days or your current tier. Obviously you're free to share that whenever you want. What I wanted to do though is I really wanted to talk about what kind of inspired you to start Merch Titans.
Okay. Well, the one of the reasons I wanted to start it is I could see, obviously there's Merch Informer that's in the space. They're the only competitor. There's a few others, but I feel like Merch Informer is the only competitor, and they're doing things, I think they're doing a lot of things like the right way, but there's a lot of different things I wanted to add in, and I can't just sit there and reach out to their developers and give my ideas and that, because that's just not going to happen. They have their vision. They're taking their route, their path. So I wanted to create a tool, and I really liked a lot of things they did. So we built that out. We used them as a model to build our own tool, and now we're taking everything our direction. But the whole idea I have with Merch Titans is to basically streamline it. So as a new Merch by Amazon user, I want to make that so simple. Like, you can come on, you can find ideas that have potential to sell. Before you ever create them, of course, you can check the market, you can check the history and see if there's sales history. And then once you find that idea, I want to make it really easy for you to create a design. So I'm going to come in and offer a design service, which we're almost done with, a professional design service. And we'll also have free design tools. So there's both those options. And then obviously I want to make it easy to find keywords for people to use on their listings so that they can put themselves in the best position on Amazon. So that's kind of what we're doing from start to finish. I want to streamline that whole process. Gotcha. And I don't feel like Merch Informer is doing that, but they have a good base product for research, and I know that's their area, and they do a damn good job of it. But that's what we're going to be doing differently, is we're going to streamline the whole process from start to finish.
And that's what I was about to say. Just even going in and looking at it, it does seem like it's more of an all-encompassing kind of. The research is a great part of it, but it does seem like it's kind of an all-encompassing kind of.
Yeah, and we're getting there. We have a few things coming next week. It'll be pretty cool. Should be released next week. I thought we'd be ready this week, but there's still some bugs we got to fix, get worked out.
Right, because you're still in beta.
Yeah.
Now. Okay. And I mean, and that's great. Like, I honestly, for it to still be in beta, and not just in the merch community, but in other B2B stuff that I've done in the past, I've seen some things that are beta tested and they're nowhere near as polished. And
yeah.
So I appreciate the putting a lot into the overall of it. So
user interface, user experience, we've been heavily focused on that, just trying to make it as smooth as possible.
All right. And so full disclosure to everyone, I am an affiliate of Merch Titans. I'm also affiliate of Merch Informer. And I wanted to go ahead and address that because that usually is the elephant in the room. And I think because the merch community is so small still, I think a lot of people think it's one of those, you're either with them or you're with us. And I don't think that's the case. I don't think there's the case. I think that there's definitely room for both, and to be honest, I wouldn't be. There are others like there are a few other tools out there that are similar, but I don't think that most people are using either tool. To be honest, I know I'm not. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm not using it to its fullest potential. You know, I think a lot of times people just kind of go in and they click product search, they look for a product, see what has the best BSR, and then they just try to, you know, make up a shirt that's like that. And I think that's kind of the wrong way to approach it. Yeah, I think there are so many more tools that are in there. Joe Clay, Merch University. What's up, guys? What's going on, Joe? Yeah, Joe's a great guy. I had Joe on the first show. Yeah.
Awesome. I need to go back and watch him, man. I watched one of Jacob Topping and a few of the others, but I have to go watch them all. How many do you have out now?
Well, actually, you're the third episode. What I've been doing is, what I wanted to do was, I've had the podcast since September of last year. Episodes? Yeah, I had a podcast in September of last year, and I wanted to do something where I did bring on guests, but I didn't want it to just be on the podcast. I wanted to give it, and I didn't want to just take the podcast and do a video version of it and put it on YouTube. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. So 45 Live is an extension of the 4554 podcast. And then my other videos, Merch in a Minute, that you've seen, that's just my kind of quick, 60-second update.
Ones I saw. Actually, they're really cool, though. I like those.
Thank you.
Like that, man. I think there's a lot of potential with that, especially in a busy world.
Oh yeah, and what's funny is, you know what? I'll be honest, and you're probably the first person I've told this, so I'm telling everybody. I was inspired. I'm a huge Marcus Lemonis fan. If anybody out there is familiar with The Prophet, and Marcus Lemonis did something with T-Mobile on their YouTube page called Whiteboard Wednesdays, where he just came in and gave a quick update or a quick business tip, and I used to sit there and I watch it for the longest. And I was like, man, I wonder what something like that would be like if it were for merch. And so that's what kind of inspired me. And my wife came up with the name Merch in a Minute. And it was just like, okay, let's go for it. It's something different. That's all I really wanted to do, was just something different.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. And I wish you luck with it all, man. It's cool to see.
I appreciate it.
It's different. It's what I like.
Thank you. I see we got American Yesteryear in the chat. What's going on? Always good to see you. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. We've addressed the elephant in the room. Like I said, a lot of people think it's either, Merch Informer or Merch Titans, and I can tell you firsthand that's definitely not the case. I think what Curtis and his team have put together, which Merch Titans, is a great tool. And I think if it's used to its fullest potential, I think people will really see a significant difference in their merch accounts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen share on my screen. I'm going to just kind of go through. I've kind of wiped the slate clean on my on my account, so we can just kind of go in there and see it if you were seeing it from the very beginning. I do want to let everybody know, if you like to try out Merch Titans, they have a 7-day free trial. If you click the link below in the description, go ahead and sign up. I think that I'm in my second month, and I think it's well worth it. And that's the other thing. I say this all the time, guys. I'm not going to recommend something that I'm not paying for. I'm not going to tell you, hey, go out and pull your wallet out and support something financially if I'm not willing to do the same thing. So whether I was an affiliate or not, and to be honest, I wasn't an affiliate when I started. So yeah, that's just a
recent affiliate.
Yeah, so that's full disclosure there. But if you'd like to check it out, you can definitely click the link below and you can get to it. So let's go ahead and share this screen, and then we can get right to the good stuff. Let's see. I always hate this part of sharing screen because it's
yeah. I'm actually starting to do podcasts. You're the second one I've got on in relation to merch. Yeah, man. I mean, it's I think the more the info is out there, and like I said, the fact that you're willing to just answer the questions like that, I think that'll help, and it kind of takes the mystery away, because I mean, it's still a relatively new platform for everyone. Yeah, so guys, this market's going to be big. It's just in its infancy.
Oh yeah, definitely. So okay, guys, this is the dashboard here, and I'm kind of walking blind here because I am full screen sharing, and you can get a basic overview of everything that Merch Titans has. We're going to go into the dashboard. And like I said, I pretty much wiped the slate clean. With the exception of, I did one thing for track products so we could just kind of see how that works, because you need to let that sit for a while before you can really see the analytics on it. So for me, I think the default that everybody kind of goes to is the product search first, right?
Yeah, that's the primary feature across the board.
Right. That's the primary feature across the board. That's what everybody wants to know. They want to know, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'll also say this. Please, guys, if you're using any of these tools, but don't go in just to see what's selling and make a carbon copy of it. That, to me, that's dangerous, not only to the merch community, but the print-on-demand community. Because, I mean, what you don't want is, you don't want merch to just look up one day and say, listen, we're tired of dealing with all that. We're just going to take the top 500 sellers and just roll with them, and everybody else can kick rocks. Which, from my understanding, was a discussion that was made at one time. So this is why I'm always extra careful, and when it comes to tools, telling people, hey, make sure that you're doing this for the research portion only, not just to go in and copycat people's stuff.
Yeah,
so
just gauging a niche too with product search. I mean, you can get in Titan's Vault, you can gauge niches super fast. You
right.
can kind of see what kind of demand's there. That's what you use it for. And obviously you can see what kind of shirts are selling the best. Don't blatantly copy them. Build something better, more unique, more creative.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. So, okay, we have the product search, which I think most people are familiar with, but for fucks and giggles, let's just see. So I'm an 80s baby. So that's what I'm going to look up. And we're going to sort it by sales rank. Pretty simple to the process.
Take the apostrophe out of the 80s. That's something we're working on. I should fix it.
Take the apostrophe out. Okay. And guys, if my computer is extra slow, just please forgive me.
It usually takes a minute to load. Well, usually about 10, 15 seconds, depending on how many products there are.
Well, I've done some shirts in the 80s baby space before, so I know it's quite a few results on that, but my computer is slow too. We did a merch buddy walkthrough, and my computer was just like, I did it like 4 or 5 times.
Nice. Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay. So this is what we're seeing right here. Just kind of walk me through what we're seeing right here from the top.
Okay, so you entered your keyword 80s baby and did a search. So what our system does, it goes out to Amazon and it pulls the t-shirts that have that keyword, listed in either the title or the bullet points. And then it sorts them by the best seller. So you can see if you scroll down a little bit, you have the estimated monthly sales on each of the products.
Yeah.
The one receiving the most is at the very top. But then going back up top, you have the results. So the max that Amazon's API allows us to return is 100 total results, as you can see. But then if you click the total results, that'll take you out to Amazon, which isn't just merch by Amazon t-shirts. It's actually all t-shirts on Amazon. So that's what I really like.
Yeah, I was just about to say, what I really enjoy about that is, I don't get me wrong. I know that we always kind of lean towards merch because it's Prime eligible and everything. And that's wonderful. But I like the fact that you get every type of result, because the reality is when you look at yourself on a macro sense, you're not just competing with other merch shirts. You're competing with all of Amazon's products.
Yeah.
So having that option there is golden to me.
Yeah, so that's at the top. If you were to click the total results, it'll take to Amazon where it has all results. But right now, if you can see in the category, the t-shirt thing we're still working on. It works, but that'll be all shirts, including merch by Amazon and that. And we're eventually going to have pretty much every category on Amazon.
Right.
So the tool will be very beneficial. Let's say if you're doing a Shopify Amazon integration with the print-on-demand platform, you can use this tool to do research for mugs, whatnot, as soon as we finish that up. And it'll work just like this. So instead of shirts, you'll see the mugs on Amazon and just different products. Eventually, we'll have all major products that are on Amazon.
And I also like that you're able to pull the top keywords from the search here as well. That's actually
very powerful. I love that. I use it all the time.
Oh yeah, because I mean, and the one thing I will say that a lot of people, have the biggest issue is, okay, I think I want to do a shirt like this, but I don't know the associated keywords and everything. So that kind of simplifies that for you. So we can go. Let's see. Okay, so you take me through this. What would you say would be the best option to go from there? Once I've seen this and I see that this, and if this is anyone's shirt, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this is anyone's shirt. I apologize, but this is for research purposes. But So what would be the next ideal place to go once I've identified a shirt that I think might be a good niche to go into?
Okay, so if you think it's a good niche and you think the product's good, I would always, always, always check the product history, which you just scrolled over, or the sales history. And this, we don't, because this is live results, right, from Amazon, so we don't always have that data, but if someone requests it, we'll start tracking it. So,
Right.
so if you do it once and there's no data, you know, then we'll start tracking it. But if there's data like there is on this, you can scroll down and you see the chart of the BSR and price history for that shirt.
Okay, and as we can see right here, we can see how they kind of played with the pricing.
If you hover over on the dots, it'll tell you the sales rank on that date. And this is the time is based off of European time, so I got to get that updated to
Okay.
the 5:14 p.m. But for the most part, just to be able to see the BSR each day, it's super it's convenient, it's powerful.
All right, I see.
You can tell that this shirt's consistently selling.
Yeah, definitely.
Not a one-hit wonder.
Right.
And at the top, the yellow line is the actual price. So with this shirt, it's consistent. If you go over the dot, you'll see where it is. Yeah, $16.99.
$16.99 consistently. Okay, that's not bad at all.
And on that chart too, because there's some charts where the history goes back over a year. So you can actually hold in your right click on your mouse and you can do a square and zoom in. So if you get on the chart, sorry, left click. I don't know why I said right. Should let you zoom into specific parts. So when it's like a really chart.
Nice.
So there's some charts where it's like there's so much data points that you need to zoom in to see it all. But you can right click to reset it. That should reset the chart back to. So that's how that.
Okay.
On this specific shirt, you don't really need to do that, but there are shirts where you have tons of data points. You can zoom in and see what's going on.
And I know we can add the product tracker. We're going to go back to the product tracker in just a moment. I think, like you said, with the way that the data is you can see that this is pretty much going to be this is a winner right here.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see that this particular shirt's selling well, and it has been since the start of this chart. Well, that doesn't mean there's not history before this. That just was when we started tracking it.
Right, absolutely. And so I'm also seeing here that we can check the trademark safety on it.
Yeah, and that'll just take you out to trademarkia.com. It's a big trademark checker website. And the thing is like it takes the title of the t-shirt, but the trademark you'd have to be more like what's specifically on that t-shirt. So you can modify that search query.
Gotcha. Real quick, I'm going to go to the chat just to see what's going on here.
All right.
Can you stay on the screen share a little longer to share the detail? Yes, I'm just going to kind of keep talking. I think the more that I talk, it'll stay. But so, okay, I know that we have here. All right, we got trademark safety, we got check product SEO, and we have reported infringement. So this will be well if you found any copycats if you're on them.
Yeah, and it'll take you right to Amazon where you can put in the information and report it.
Okay. Oh no, that's great. That's great. Now with check product SEO, let's go ahead here. Let's see what we've got here.
So see how it has the ASIN. It pulled the ASIN from that product, pulled it over. So what you want to do is put in the keyword you're seeing how well it's optimized for. So you typed in 80s baby, so I'd type that in again.
Okay, so we're going to
this is for people because normally you can usually tell. I like to have consistently about 3 of the same keywords in the title, brand, and in one of the bullets. But as you can see here, it'll tell you if that is in any of those places and highlight it.
All right. So right now I'm seeing here in keyword, keyword and brand, no, keyword and title and image, say yes, keyword and features, description. Okay, so this gives me a pretty good overview.
Yeah, and this product SEO, we need to update it to where it checks like combo keywords, so it's split up. So right now it's checking to see if 80s baby is in that order. So there's 80s in there and there's baby in there somewhere, which is good, but this is checking specifically for just 80s baby to see if it's
right. And so it's another way of just making sure that you're completely optimized, and that I definitely, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a simple feature, but a lot of people find value in it, especially if you're using long tail keywords.
Definitely. So, okay, let's go over here to brand search. So for anybody that may not be familiar, let me know if that's a little too loud for you. This is kind of my jerry rigging way of keeping the screen share on.
Like it.
So search products by brand. So I'm assuming it's very similar to the product search.
Yeah, like Triple G Mavs. Everybody knows who that brand.
Right, absolutely.
No one knows who it is, but everybody knows that brand.
Everybody, right? Everybody knows they'd like for him or her to take them out to lunch. Now,
exactly.
So let's go over here to Titan's Vault. I want to talk just really quickly about that.
This is probably the most powerful feature we have.
Okay, so tell me about this and explain it to me as if I were a brand new, person in print on demand, and I don't know jack. I just got this because I saw this video and said, hey, this looks good, let me get involved.
Yeah, okay, so you found Merch Titans because you need to do product research, and niche research and market research and eventually keyword research. So that's how you found us. Now, like with Titan's Vault, it's a collection of some of the top best-selling shirts on Merch by Amazon. And it's consistently updated, and other shirts fall off that don't stay in the top rankings, and more are brought in on a daily basis, several times a day. So right here, you just have filters where you can put in any type of filter you want. For instance, some people find a lot of success going into a niche that has a BSR range of 300K to 600K. So you can set these filters here in Titan's Vault, and you can even add in the keyword for that niche and hit search, and it'll pull up all the best sellers within the last couple days.
Okay, so this is what we'll do. Let's keep it at the default. Yeah. Let's go ahead and keep it at the default, and we'll go ahead and we'll type in. Let's go with another one. Let me think. I don't know. How about
you could just keep it simple, just one keyword, and it'll return everything. It'll show you where it's at.
All right. Father's Day is coming up. So.
There you go. Let's give that a second to load. And this is, like I said, updated several times a day, 3, 4, sometimes 5+ times a day.
Okay.
The data is like always pretty fresh.
Right. So it looks like I think everybody knows the "you scare me, you can't scare me."
Yeah. But it'll show you where the see our Father's Day. I'll highlight it in yellow. So if you hit on the features and click read more, on the left, it's down there. It's on that specific.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can see each time that Father's Day keyword's used on each of these shirts. And it's in the title, but it has an apostrophe, so it's not pulling it up there. But it only returns shirts in our collection of shirts that are stored in our database. It only returns shirts that have that Father's Day keyword in them.
Gotcha. Okay. So, and you said this is updated several times throughout the day, correct?
Yeah, several times a day. It's consistently updating. There's shirts falling out of the database. They're being deleted and new shirts being added. And that way, it's just the data is always fresh. We try to keep it as active as possible. And if you go back up towards the top, this is the cool thing because obviously 0 through 100K, these are shirts that are selling really well on the best sellers rank range. If you adjust that to say, let's go 300,000 to 600,000. This is why Titan's Vault is so powerful. I mean, you set a best sellers rank filter range to something that's not as competitive, and start finding shirts in there and get ideas and start building out creative ideas of your own.
Right.
You can see right here, these are just different shirts that aren't selling as well, but you'll probably find or uncover hidden niches and different things like that.
Right, and if you have the spots for it, I mean, if you have the spots for it, it makes sense.
Yeah,
you have that extra time to kind of look around and see, okay, let me experiment a little bit on this niche versus the other. Once again, guys, if this is your shirt, I apologize. I really do. I'm sorry. If it makes anybody feel better, I've already seen one of my shirts since we've been doing a video. So, so like I said, if it's yours, I definitely apologize.
It happens.
Let me ask you a question, Curtis. One thing I noticed is that you have the different columns. You have features and you have descriptions. Just in your journey, because this has been a discussion in the merch community for a long time, do you find, based on the data, that the description has any bearing on the performance of these shirts on Amazon?
I do not think it does. I have not noticed it myself, and I've ran several experiments. But one thing that's really crucial about the description is if you're on a mobile phone, the description is what people are seeing. It doesn't affect the ranking, but it's what they're seeing. So
Right.
it's still worth putting something in the description, especially to
Right.
capture that attention and hopefully get someone to click on your shirt.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. And so we still have the same actions over here. Okay, so now you have the update the
So
BSR.
that's only in Titans Vault, so you can update it. See, right now it's at 303,000.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes the data could be a day old. You can update it. See, so that one's 996,000. So if you refresh your search again, then that shirt wouldn't be in that because it's not inside that filter range. I mean the actual shirt, right? Or the actual Titans Vault search. Sorry.
Got it. Okay.
So, and this is another cool thing while we're here on Titans Vault. This is what's really powerful. So right now you're pulling a collection of really good selling shirts, especially if you're going 0 through 100K. And let's say you're in the fishing niche. You put in like a fishing keyword and you hit search, and now you see the top keywords from search. Those are actually coming from bestsellers on Amazon. So it's not just a product search. It could be shirts that aren't selling at all. It's actually top keywords from the best-selling shirts on Amazon. So that was really powerful from Titans Vault. Even better than the product search top keywords.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Honestly, if I'm being honest with everyone, I hadn't really gotten into Titans Vault like that. I was getting a good overview of everything and using the product tracker, but I was not really getting into Titans Vault like that. But this is going to be my new friend for the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
So,
I get lost in.
So, okay, let's look into some questions here in the chat. Okay, Richard B says, how do you use that keyword data effectively? If we see the most used keyword, how will we rank by doing that?
Well, one way I use the keyword like data, if you go up here on the Father's Day niche, it doesn't mean you can't rank for something. Amazon's algorithms are always tweaking and changing, and random shirts will all of a sudden be at the top for a couple hours. But top keywords from search, let's say you're like, you want to get for a Father's Day shirt, you want to cover basically keywords that are, I'd call them like combo keywords. So different queries, different search queries that people would possibly type in, or different keywords that they type in together. So right here you see day, father's, gift, funny, gifts, dog, t-shirt. And you see how many times they're being used. So you can get ideas and different things to basically add combo keywords to your primary keyword in your listing in a natural way.
Exactly.
And throw them in your sentence in a natural way.
And I was just about to say that's important.
Puppy or dog, Father's Day t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? So you start capitalizing on a lot of that Father's Day traffic for different type of queries that are being searched, because everybody searches differently.
Exactly. And I think that's another great point that I think sometimes people tend to miss, is that you want to use it in a natural way. Like I wouldn't just copy
keyword stuff.
It looks crazy. It looks ridiculously crazy. So I would suggest that everyone goes about it by, just using it, as Curtis said, in a natural way. I don't want to go just extensively because just to let everybody know, I am going to do another walkthrough where I'm going to go into merch, and it's going to be sometime next week, but I'm going to go into Merch Titans. I'm going to look up a keyword, just any old keyword. I'm going to make a shirt by it, and I'm going to use all the tools that I have right here in front of me to make a shirt, list it, and I'll keep everybody, posted on the progress of the shirt. So I don't want to go extensively. I did want to touch on one more thing before we got out of the screen share, and that was our product tracker. So I've had this one sitting for quite a while. And once again, if this is your shirt, you had to know this was coming.
It's part of the game.
Yeah, it's kind of, listen, I can't tell you how many YouTube videos my Time's Up Me Too movement shirt came up on. So it's just kind of it's kind of a part of the game. So on our product tracker, what are we looking at here?
So this again is the bestseller rank history and the price history, and you can see you're like with this specific shirt, it goes all the way back to July of 2017.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, you got an entire year almost of historical bestseller rank history, which, as everybody knows, the lower the bestseller rank, the more that shirt is selling.
Right.
So every time that thing drops, it's receiving sales for the most part.
Exactly. And you know what? I think that a lot of people because I'm definitely a data guy. And so I think a lot of people, when they see that, though, when they see it going up, they just kind of naturally think with bars and graphs that if it's going up, that means it's good. No, when we're talking about bestseller ranking, the more it's down, the better.
Yeah, the lower that black dot is across this chart, the better. And especially if it's consistently low, that means that shirt is selling well and it's consistently selling.
And you can see this is obviously, designed for the season and everything, but I do see some good traction here.
Yeah, you can zoom into it. See, this is another one with a lot more data points. Mm-hmm. So you can like zoom into the chart if you need to. Some of them are a lot more condensed than this one even, but
yeah, that's good stuff. That's really good stuff. And as we can see, it's a hilarious design. I absolutely love it. But this is almost, I picked this one because, this is probably one of the best optimized listings that I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah, it looks like it's selling well and consistently selling well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I'm going to go ahead and hop out of this really quickly. We're going to head back over to the chat and see what everybody is talking about. We'll go ahead and cut that out. So let's see. How old does a newspaper article have to be before you can use the graphics? Say like old magazines that don't exist anymore. Who owns the copyrights? Lord Ahab, that would be completely up to the copyright owner in that regard. I would say to everyone, just because of the changes going on with merch, with Amazon, and just print on demand industry anyway, it's enough original ideas out there, and how merch is moving towards more of this licensing format. It'd probably be better just to kind of go that route. That's just my opinion on it. Let's see if we have any more questions. So I actually have a question. What's a future? What do you have coming up for the future for Merch Titans?
For Merch Titans, so next week we should be releasing a professional design service. So you can buy a text-based design, a graphic design, or a scalable design. So like it's a birthday T-shirt that's scaled out over 1960 all the way up to 2000 or whatever. So you have all the specific PNG files, and it's all changed. So we're offering that service, and we have a free product. We've had a free T-shirt design tool for, I want to say, about 3 months now. And now we have a newer one coming that should be released next week too. Just much better overall. Okay. So those are the two big features coming. So it's around graphic design mostly.
Gotcha. And so, I haven't had a chance to. I did see that, but I haven't had a chance to kind of mess around. I'm such a Photoshop junkie that
you're good to go. This is for the people that don't have Photoshop. Even on mobile phones and things like that, can hop on and make decent designs. Very fast. They're already optimized for Merch by Amazon.
And see, that was going to be my question. Could you access it from mobile? If you could access it from mobile, that kind of changes the discussion a lot.
The user interface will be pretty good, especially on mobile. But over time, you eventually want to get it into maybe an app, like an actual smartphone app.
Okay.
It'll take time. We got a lot going on. Our team consists of about 3 of us.
So I have to ask this, even though I believe that we've already talked about this. Is there any? I hate to ask this because everybody thinks this. I don't see how Merch Titans could, but is there any access to any of your information? Let's say if I'm the user and I'm signing in, do you guys have any access then to my information and what I'm pulling up within the system, or is that something that is locally stored? Like how does that whole process work?
Well, the basic information like track products and that, we have to store it. So it's stored in our database, things like that, but it's not seeable by any of us. Our developers obviously have access to the database, could get in there, and we could work on ways to encrypt that too. But as of right now, that information is there, but it's just in the database stored away. No one ever looks at it, but it is there. And we need to work on encryption and things like that too. So that data, even if someone gets access to the database, everything's encrypted. So you wouldn't be able to tell what it is.
And to me, that's just the research aspect of it.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I think that sometimes because
you mean like payment process stuff?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people get a little touchy about that because people don't really understand the technology aspect of it and the coding side of it. Like,
yeah, and I'll be open. I'll be fully transparent about all of it.
Yeah.
In the payment processing, we use 2 payment processors, so PayPal and we use Stripe. And anything that comes to that data is stored on their servers, not ours. So there's no payment information, no credit card information. None of that is stored on our servers. We have no access to any of it.
Absolutely. So no, Curtis is not looking at your debit card number. It's not. It's not. but once again, just like I started off, like we're in a time right now where merch, the community as a whole, has to be, really transparent. And that's one of the reasons I want to bring you on, because I've always gotten that vibe from you. You've been very transparent about what it is, because I think that you understand that, people are sensitive about their information, whether it be their payment information or their research, whatever the case may be. And so I definitely appreciate you for that. If someone has questions, and they wanted to reach out to you, how could they reach out to you?
You can email me at curtis@merchtitans.com. Email me that way or reach out to me on Facebook. We got the Merch Titans Facebook group. I'm always in there, responsive, very responsive. And that's probably the best place, is in the Facebook group.
You heard it first, guys. I'll actually go ahead and I'll link the group in the description as well. There's also the description that you can go ahead and sign up. You get a 7-day free trial with Merch Titans, kind of get in, play around, see what's going on with it. As a matter of fact, I'll make it a point for everybody that signs up today. I'll make it a point to do that walkthrough on earlier in the week, so you guys can kind of see, just in case you get a little, sidetracked, you can kind of see the walkthrough, and then that helps you within that time frame. But I mean, after that, I mean, there are several options that can get it as low as I think the lowest will be a $7.49 monthly.
Yeah. If you pay, if you pay up annually, so pay for the full year, it'll be about $7.49 a month.
Yeah. So I mean, it's an affordable tool. I mean, guys, we saw it real time. You see, it's definitely something. I'm telling you, I'm about to be in that vault for quite a while here. It's probably one of the reasons we're going to make this a short show today, because I got some stuff to do.
It's powerful, man.
Oh yeah, definitely powerful.
Uncover so many of them. It's good.
So Curtis, I definitely appreciate you coming on today, man. I appreciate you taking some time to kind of go with it through with me on this. And man, is there anything else you have to say?
I think that's about it, man. You covered it. I appreciate you having me on, though. Thank you for inviting me onto your show. It's awesome.
Oh, well, thank you for being on the show, man. I hope to have you back. And any time if you have updates coming on and you just want to tell us about what's going on new with Merch Titans, hey, just hit me up. I'd love to have you on at any time. Yeah,
for sure. We'll have an update hit next week, so look out for that. And I would love to come on maybe within a month here, because we have more in the future as well. A lot of things planned, so.
Yeah, and I appreciate, like I said, the constant updates and everything, and constantly improving it. Yeah, much appreciated, man. And I think the merch community definitely appreciates that. So that's all we got for today, guys. Take care. Tune in tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow we have Friday's Merch in a Minute. And going into next week, everyone, take care of your accounts. There's a lot going on right now, so just take care of your accounts, do your research, make the best decision for your print-on-demand career, and just remember this: you can make as much money as you want to in print-on-demand, but you have to press the go button. All righty, guys, take care, and I'll talk to you next time.
All right, see you guys.